Initially, while coming into this project, I was in the mindset that this would be a simple task. I felt that I had not created much waste at all except for the meals that I ate, mostly being at Sutter Dining Hall. This was not until the first day of the photographic evidence that I realized how much trash I was personally putting into landfills across the globe. I had always considered myself somewhat environmentally conscious, yet my waste production made me feel as if I were a terrorist against the environment. I did not realize the impacts of my ignorance, especially in terms of the triple bottom line. The simple differences I made in my life could greatly affect those of someone else's. During my first day, I noticed how much waste I had already produced in a small period of 24 hours. Sutter rids of waste very efficiently. The majority of the leftover food and biodegradable napkins are taken on a conveyor belt and then put into a compost. Only certain food items, such as the oils used to cook, are separated and disposed of in landfills. Sutter does not use recyclable items because they have reusable dishes and silverware. Eating at Sutter alone made a great impact on the waste I created in my life as well, for at home we were not very conscious about whether our waste went in a recycling bin, landfill, or compost. During my first week, I noticed a lot of waste I was producing came from what I ate and what I drank outside of Sutter. I would throw away napkins and paper towels into the landfill instead of drying off my hands on my pants or shirt. I do not want to delve into this, but I could have also been a bit more sparing with my toilet paper. Another weak spot of mine was water bottles. I came to Chico with 3 30-packs of Arrowhead water, which cost about $14. Those bottles were all recycled with the exception of a few on the go when I did not have a recycling bin around. I was able to simply cut both napkins and bottles out of my life into 2 easy steps, reusing a water bottle and wiping my hands on my pants. These 2 steps made my life easier in a lot of different ways. I no longer have to drive to the market to buy cases of water and paper towels. I no longer have to clean up whatever paper towels and bottles missed the trash can due to my laziness, and landfills are being preserved even on such a small scale.
The alternatives that were hard to find were for prepackaged items. These are the mid-class snacks at Butte Station or the late-night vending machine Snickers. It was a given that these items had wrappers. Luckily, they were able to be recycled, yet this still wastes a lot of resources when it comes to the triple bottom line. If I were to reuse containers and water bottles, that would be one less item of waste being produced every time I would normally get a packaged item. This project has made me much more conscious about our environment in terms of the triple bottom line. Dividing it up into 3 sections, we'll first look at the environmental part of it. By cutting back on water bottles and napkins, I am making a step towards reducing the trash going into our landfills. Although I am just one person, these steps are necessary to see a bigger change. In the economic part of it, less bottles need to be made if reusable water bottles become more popular. Plastic could then be distributed towards other goods and less plastic would have to be made. For the social aspect, with less waste entering our world today, there is a lesser need for creating landfills. More people are then able to use the area and its resources where that landfill would have been built. If society as a whole today were to make these simple changes, our world could see dramatic change within the next 20 years.